Tonight on Beneath the Surface, Climate Pledge Arena officially opens its doors. We are inside for the very first event. Plus, the groundbreaking way the arena connects concert goers with top performers.
When people come in, they're going to see a much better process.
And Hockey 101. We break down the game so you can cheer on the Seattle Kraken.
This is Beneath the Surface. Sponsored by Primera, official health plan of the Seattle Kraken.
After a decade of deal-making and nearly 2 years of construction, Climate Pledge Arena opened its doors to hockey fans and concert goers.
Yeah, the first official event was Coldplay, but a few days earlier, several thousand people got a sneak peek at what's been happening beneath that historic roof when the arena welcomed two bands with ties to Western Washington.
King 5 got exclusive access as the Foo Fighters and Death Cab for Cutie took the stage. It was a benefit concert in honor of the thousands of workers who built the arena.
Ben Gibbard, the frontman of Death Cab, said the best part of Climate Pledge opening for him is that his commute to Seattle Storm games will be much shorter. He is a huge fan. And then the Foo Fighters took the stage.
And wow, what a show. They played for nearly 2.5 hours, and the set included songs dating back a quarter century when Dave Grohl recorded their first album in Shoreline. A meaningful way to open the new arena for sure. And Kim, you were there. What's your review?
Okay,
do we have enough time for this?
There's not enough time in the show for this, but first off, I do want to say Shaq's Big Chicken Sandwiches really are that good. Highly recommend. But in terms of the music experience, the acoustics are just top notch for an arena. And even though I was on the opposite end of the arena from the stage, it didn't feel like I was too far away. So having seen shows at the Key, there's really no comparison. This is a great venue, and I can't wait for the next one.
Oh, man. Lots for fans to look forward to. Climate Pledge Arena plans to host at least 75 concerts each year. Many, like the Coldplay concert and Kraken home opener, will happen on back-to-back nights.
Yeah, Key Arena could never do that, but a new tunnel running beneath the streets of Seattle is really changing the game.
This is part of what was done in the design to make this just, again, one of the great arenas in the country, not just from it, how it looks, but how it operates. We're gonna have so many events in this building: basketball, hockey, concerts. You wanna be able to close up and move out and move in fast.
To make that happen, the design team at Climate Pledge had to dig deep. They would burrow a tunnel beneath the streets of Seattle, leading to 8 loading docks. A vast improvement from the logistical nightmare production crews faced at Key Arena and its 2 loading docks.
When people come in, they're going to see a much better process, a much more efficient process than what they ever had before.
The tunnel would also be wide enough to fit 2 semis at a time, one going in and one going out.
So for a typical concert, you would see anywhere between 10 to 30 trucks coming in. So having a 2-lane tunnel so that you can have trucks coming in at the same time as ones are going out is huge for us.
But before performers and sports stars were welcomed in, construction workers needed to access the tunnel so they could actually build the arena.
This is going to be the access to get material into the job site. So that's why it's so hard and critical to get this tunnel completed.
The crew spent months making their way through the dirt and rubble and facing a number of challenges.
There's been groundwater, there's been boulders, there's been pipe canopy that have been out of line. We've got the best team here. They're absolutely amazing. You know, they're doing a great job. They're always pushing through obstacles.
They overcame it all, breaking through to the arena and meeting their deadline of completing the tunnel in January 2021.
We love the outcome. The tunnel is amazing. I mean, it took so much to get here.
I'm excited to see a lot of the rich history that Seattle has and be able to expand upon that here in this building. Yeah, Seattle's been the epicenter of music, and anytime that we can do something that has 17,000 people inside that building, singing along to the songs, chanting for the artists to come out, that's what I'm looking forward to most.
That tunnel really is a game changer for the city's entertainment scene, and with Seattle's rich music history, it's going to be great to see some of those top performers return.
Yeah, well, the entertainment may be your arena, Kim, but I've been excited for the return of professional hockey to Seattle. Come on, the Kraken took to the ice for their inaugural home opener in front of a sold-out crowd, as expected. It's just the first of 41 home games at Climate Pledge this season. So, Kim, you've got a lot of time here. 41 home games, 6-7 months of hockey. You can figure out what's going on out there.
Okay, I really am going to need it because the games are so fun to watch, but honestly, I'm not sure what's actually happening a lot of the time.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Got a little help for you here.
Okay.
Got you covered, as well as the other hockey novices out there. King 5's Jake Whittenberg breaks down the rules of the game.
Welcome inside the arena, where it's a chilly 55 degrees, and you're about to get a crash course in the game once known as hurling, bandy, or shinty that you know today as hockey. But before the Kraken take the ice, here's what you should know. First, all of those circles and lines you see are tied to at least one rule that will affect the game. Inside the blue lines is the neutral zone. Outside the blue lines, the offensive or defensive zones. Games are played over 3 20-minute periods. Each team has 6 total players on the ice at one time, 3 forwards, 2 defensemen, and back there, that's the goalie. To start, there's a face-off at center ice, which is kind of like a jump ball. The goal, try to score as many goals as you can. Play stops when there are infractions or penalties. You might hear about icing. That's when a team shoots the puck untouched from their side of the red center line past the other team's goal line. It's a rule meant to prevent a player from delaying the game by constantly sending the puck up rink to eat up time on the clock. Another common infraction is offside. That's when a player enters the offensive zone before the puck gets there. Both infractions result in a face-off in front of the goaltender. Other penalties you might see out there: high sticking, tripping, and boarding or roughing, which is when a player hits another player in a defenseless position. Most penalties land players in the penalty box for 2 minutes, and that means the other team is now on what's called a power play. If all 3 periods are over and the game is still tied, teams move into a 5-minute 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And if they're still tied in regular season play, there's a shootout to determine the winner. These can be exciting. 3 skaters take alternating penalty shots against the opposing goaltender. Most goals win, and if it's still tied, it's a sudden death shootout. One of the most exciting moments in hockey. Then at the end of a grueling 82-game season, then the playoffs, if your team is still the last team skating, you're likely holding the Stanley Cup and well-deserved bragging rights.
Oh, thank you, Jake. That was very helpful. I know so much more now.
I think it helped a lot of people there. One of the lesser-known terms in hockey is the E-bug. It's an acronym for Emergency Backup Goalie. The Kraken held tryouts for the position and actually signed 4 emergency backups who rotate, so one is in attendance for each game. You see, a team dresses 2 goalies for each game, and for some reason, one of those goalies becomes unavailable at the last minute, the E-bug gets called into action. That E-bug is under an amateur contract and generally gets no compensation if he actually plays in the game. Now, there was a 36-year-old accountant from Chicago, Scott Foster, who's probably the most famous E-bug out there. He actually played when the goalie cramped up in the 3rd period. He went out there and made 7 saves. They didn't score on him, so he is the master E-bug.
This is blowing my mind. Like a person who's not a professional hockey player could become a professional hockey player for a night.
Yeah, what a thrill, huh?
Oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
All right, still ahead on Beneath the Surface. How the arena's executive chef is breaking barriers. It's Drinks with Daniels featuring Chef Molly D.
Plus, the voice of the Kraken, Everett Fitzhugh, takes us to the Octopus Bar in Wallingford for some pregame fun.
And we'll talk to the artists behind the 2 public art installations at Climate Pledge. Welcome back to Beneath the Surface. I hope you're hungry because we're talking arena food now, and it's come a long way from hot dogs and King beers. You know, those 32 ounces for $4 at the old King Dome.
Sounds delicious. Well, Climate Pledge Arena's food and drink options are all about sustainability. Vendors are local, and 75% of the ingredients are sourced from a 300-mile radius around the venue. Seattle chef Ethan Stahl's Ballard Pizza Company has a location inside, and you can try his How to Wolf a Cookie along with macarons and treats from Cupcake Royale. And even more sweets are at the local Lolly dessert station. It's inside an Airstream trailer.
There's also a kiosk called Seattle Eats. Sounds like a winner already. Other local restaurants inside include Din Tai Fung, Lil Woody's, the Metropolitan Grill, Elliot's, and Just Poke. I gotta tell you, Kim, I had to actually search for a picture of Poke because I didn't even know what it looks like. I don't even like the looks of it, so I'm not sure we're ever gonna have that.
Paul is not a very adventurous eater, but I guarantee he will try that before this series is over.
I need a blindfold, just put it in front of me, and then I'll just start eating. I don't know. The entire operation is run by executive chef Molly D. King 5's Chris Daniels sat down with her for a very unique drink.
Am I supposed to drink it with my pinky out, though?
Life is yours, my friend. I think it would help the attire. You look very pinky out right now.
Where the heck are we?
We're at Stampede Cocktail Club out in Fremont. That's where we're at.
What the heck is this? Because I've never had this before.
Well, when you break bread or have drinks with friends, it's nice to do something over nourishing. So this is bone broth. Salute. Yeah.
That's different.
Then you're drinking it the right way.
So we call you Molly D?
Yeah, that's what I've grown up being called. Molly D, just for my middle initial, and it's kind of stuck and fitting.
So do I have the title right? The first woman to ever be the executive chef of a professional sports arena?
So it's the first female to ever open and inaugurate a professional sports team.
And to be executive chef, what exactly does that mean at this new building?
It means that there's a responsibility and understanding that everything that comes through that building is under your umbrella. This is going to be different, and we're going to strip people's perception of what their expectations are when they come through the door.
You get to go from home of Kraken to home of the Kraken.
Yeah, absolutely.
See what I did there?
I liked it. Let's salute to that. See, bone broth, we just do it all day.
From the aquarium to the arena.
Yeah, I've had a colorful and big career to lead to this moment. It almost all feels like it was all leading up to this moment here with the community, so I'm ecstatic.
How did the aquarium prepare you for the arena?
There's this level of understanding of what sustainability is in the food and beverage industry, and my desk literally butted up to marine biologists and scientists who are devoting their entire existence to the sustainability of our ocean.
How do you think the restaurant industry is changing? Obviously, there has been a lot that has transpired outside the arena, just in the restaurant industry in the last couple of years.
I mean, the industry was hit hard. People are leaving it because they don't feel taken care of. They feel that they were abandoned by people, and I think we have to be mindful. There's a shift happening.
What do you think you hope to carry on, given that we have seen in the last couple of years issues with men in power?
Yeah, it'd be naive of me to say that it's such a quick blanket to say, you know, all men in power and there's a struggle. There's not. There's tremendous mentors of mine that are men that have paved the way for me, but there is a shift happening, and we have to be able to remove the perception that women are angry when they're being assertive. We have to be able to talk about it, acknowledge that we've come a really long way, but we have further to go. And so visibility, like these moments with you, is extraordinarily important for other women or men that are watching this to understand that things are changing.
I know a big part of this development has been talking about sustainable foods, that you're going to have sustainable foods. The Climate Collective, those are all nice, big, wide open phrases. What the heck does that mean?
I love that you asked that.
Are we going to have bone broth?
We're absolutely going to have bone broth all the time. I love that you asked that because it's important. There's a lot of misconceptions when we talk about sustainability. People want to complain about farm-raised salmon, but then they want to go to an oyster farm and get their Instagram shot drinking champagne and eating oysters. Pepsi and Coors need to be held accountable. So now we hold their hand and force them to change and grow on this journey with us, which they've committed to no single-use plastic by 2024. And that's the bigger picture. That's the end game for us here.
So it's not all about the gram, is what you're saying.
We're gonna cheers to that too. Put that one on the board for him.
Bone broth on tap?
Bone broth, year 2, watch out. I would love that.
Well, and a lot of hockey fans will have better immune systems.
Absolutely. It's being mindful. It's being mindful.
Molly D, thank you.
Thank you.
For having a drink with me.
Thank you for having a drink with me.
Much more to come on Beneath the Surface tonight, including a visit to Wallingford's Kraken fan bar, aptly named the Octopus.
Voice of the Kraken, Everett Fitzhugh, takes us there next.
Welcome back to Beneath the Surface. Well, anyone who's been down to Seattle Center knows parking can be a bit of a challenge. Climate Pledge Arena is encouraging visitors to take public transit instead, and your ticket gets you on for free.
And with that in mind, we wanted to feature local hangouts you can visit before catching a ride. Everett Fitzhugh, the voice of the Kraken and a self-described foodie, shows us another great spot to pregame.
Hey, Paul and Kim, you know the Seattle Kraken were named after a mythical giant octopus. Well, I managed to find a giant octopus in bar form right here in the Wallingford neighborhood of Seattle, just a short bus ride away from Climate Pledge Arena.
This has to be one of the most eclectic bars in all of Seattle.
Everywhere you look is a story. It's a chapter in someone's life, maybe not yours, but the fact that you get to intersect with it, that's the beauty of this place. This is the place where, regardless of like your color, your gender, your background, you're welcome here. You are family.
The Octopus Bar recently reopened in a new space that quadruples its capacity, but their food menu remains as solid as ever.
Right here we've got the Chicago dog. It's a bun, a dog, relish, pickle, diced tomato, mama's little peppers, yellow mustard, and poppy seed. That sandwich right there, that's our all aboard. That is our take on a club sandwich. Oh, our fries, oh, they're battered. They're battered nice and crisp for you.
Oh, wow. That tastes like something you would get on Wacker Ave in Chicago. This kind of takes me back home. My mom and I, when I was growing up, she used to make club sandwiches all the time. So this is gonna be like a little taste of home, I feel like. Oh man, that is fantastic. And then of course, the battered fries.
And you can wash down all that food with a couple of Kraken-inspired cocktails.
This drink is called the Puck. You're gonna start with Kraken dark spiced rum, some ginger beer, and then a lemon wheel right on top. This drink we have here is called the Bone Breaker. It's gonna be Kraken, triple sec, blackberry, lime, and pineapple juice. And then a little bone on top, and that's just how you're gonna stir it up. Enjoy.
Thanks. Oh, so we've got the Puck. Obviously, we have to try the Puck. Oh, that's wonderful. You can taste the Kraken rum in there too. And then the Bone Crusher. Ooh, all right. It's a toss-up. They're both really fantastic.
The Octopus Bar in Wallingford, a kitschy place that goes great with the Kraken.
Should be a good time, as long as you're okay with cheering.
Coming up on Beneath the Surface, see what it took to create the public art installations at Climate Pledge Arena from the Northwest artists who made them.
Welcome back to Beneath the Surface. Climate Pledge Arena is honoring Seattle's colorful art history with pieces from local artists, and you don't need a ticket to an event to check them out.
Yeah, most of the sculptures and murals are located outside on the arena's plaza, including this Kraken-inspired piece. King 5's Evening caught up with artist David Franklin while he was creating it. The sculptor teamed up with indigenous glass artist Preston Singletary on this legendary creature lurking in the depths of the Salish Sea.
I've kind of just worked with tentacles and things a lot, and then figured out that just this sinuous thing is wonderful. And hopefully it'll become kind of a mascot for the team and the stadium.
Another piece located on the east side of the arena was created by prolific Seattle artist Gerard Sudakawa. The sea wave sculpture represents the movement of the water.
And that's all the time we have tonight on Beneath the Surface. Join us again next Sunday when we get an inside look at how the Seattle Center is putting its best face forward.
Yeah, we will look at the upgrades that they have done to celebrate the opening of Climate Pledge. It's a lot. And we will have a lot more in that show too. So thanks for joining us. Good night.
Beneath the Surface, sponsored by Premera, official health plan of the Seattle Kraken.